Hey guys, Tizzou here. Continue my coverage of the Zotac 25. I'm going to be bringing you the second game of the semifinals. It's going to be mouzStrelok versus SeleCT. SeleCT took the first game of the semifinals by denying mouzStrelok the early expansion he tried to take. The push was just too much for him. Here we go. It's going to be SeleCT spawning in the top position as the red Terran versus mouzStrelok spawning in the bottom position as the blue Terran. Here we go. mouzStrelok already saying he got the second week in a row. He got to the corner of the ESLs in the semi of the Zotac. He wants to make it a little bit further than the semi this time. Throwing those two words together, coming up with Zemi. It looks like SeleCT is being nice and saying, I got this, I'll definitely lose, there's still too many spikes. We'll see which player decides to come ahead. As you'll note, the first game went to SeleCT, as I said, so mouzStrelok was the one who was able to choose the map, opting to go for Scrap Station. The interesting thing about Scrap Station is extremely short air rush distance. You're already at your opponent's base, and extremely long land rush distance, wrapping all the way around, coming all the way up, and you're finally here. The one bonus is in the late game, even in the mid game, one player can choose to knock down these rocks right here, knocking down a new path to your opponent, as you'll see, already around, hop, skip, and a jump. You're about to borrow a cup of sugar from your neighbor. Both players going Supply Depot, followed by Barracks, followed by Refinery. Supply Depot, followed by Barracks, and a little bit later on the Refinery here, he's got an SCV queued up as instead of building that Refinery away, already got the SCV queued up there, so he doesn't want to build this Refinery too early. He must be planning a very specific timing, I would imagine, because he's banking up minerals past where he could have been. Setting on SCV, I assume, to scout. Here we go. SeleCT. I'm thinking of the game I just casted. SeleCT almost to stRElok's base. Gonna get a little bit of information. Checking. He wants to know if that early expansion came out, I assume, from the last game that mouzStrelok opted to go for. But it would be even too early for that, especially against a Terran opponent. Orbital command going down. Gas being finished. Not getting the orbital command yet here. Very interesting. Normally you'll see the orbital command as soon as that barracks is done. But still, look at this, still being LCVs, not getting the orbital command. Nope, finally getting the orbital command. Decides to cancel that SCV. Wise decision, because those mules are just huge for your economy. Excuse me. Marines stopping that SCV. The SCV almost made it need a little bit of scouting information. SeleCT wisely being prepared, because stRElok decided to fast expand last time. And again, stRElok goes for another fast expansion, throwing down that command center right away. Does not mess around with his expansions. Wants to play a macro game in Terran versus Terran. Throwing down an additional Supply Depot, and look at this. mouzStrelok is just scouting everywhere he can. I'm not 100% sure what he's doing with that SCV. It looks like he just wanted to go down there. He didn't even make it to the watchtower, so there could have been a hidden command center. I just don't imagine there would have been. I guess he didn't think so either. Running away. SeleCT producing a second refinery, factory going down. I imagine we're going to see that same kind of drop play that we saw in the past, because that second gas generally means he's going all the way to a 1-1-1 build, especially producing nothing but Marines. Jumping back here, we have a factory going down. Second refinery finally going down. Pretty standard stuff so far, but this command center is going to be the huge difference maker in this game. Is the macro advantage going to turn out okay, or is it going to be denied the early expansion and hurt in a timing push like it was last game? Here we go. Starport going down. Tech Lab being added onto the barracks. Is he going to flop that with the factory, or is he going to go stim? Looks like he doesn't know yet, but he's going to still producing Marines, and here comes the stim pack. Definitely going to be some kind of stim play. Here we go again, seeing these Hellions, seeing a lot more Hellions in TVT. Very interesting stuff. Not just that center tank Viking we're so used to seeing. This SCV dancing the jig. He knows that stRElok is going to want to expand. Getting that orbital command in his base. Very standard stuff. You save energy by, if you build this now, you start banking energy now. No reason not to. Going siege tank, not getting the siege tech yet, adding on his starport, but much later than our opponent, and a clutch scan coming down. He knows that that tech lab is on the barracks, so he should probably expect some kind of marine stim push, especially because he can see that Hellion. SCV coming out, he's going to see that he's expanding. He knows he spent 400 minerals on this. This is huge to know, especially right as it's coming down. Here we go, Hellion going to run right by, empty bunker, going to come in and get every bit of scouting information his heart could desire. Burn in SCVs, but he's probably not going to get any. He's going to flash this HP tab up, not even getting any into the red. One Hellion takes 4 shots to kill an SCV. I just don't think. Oh, he barely gets one, just gets one as he's running away. Finally going to be forced to leave the pace, but he gets away with his life, but right away to the expansion. Look at that. Poor stRElok has no units in position. This Hellion is going to be fought by SCVs. There's SCVs lives getting into the red. One more shot is going to start torching SCVs, I think. No, not going to get it. He's going to get stuck in the corner, trying so hard to take out SCVs. Getting a couple right there. That one hero Hellion doing lots of work. And here we go. Not stopping on the aggression. Still producing medevacs. Hellions, and here we go. Dropship in tow. Marines and tank. No, he's leaving his base. This is not what you want to do. Run back, stRElok. Thank you for listening to me. I don't know how you heard me, but great job. Marines coming in. It looks like we're going to see a Marine drop right in the back. He doesn't have a whole lot of SCVs here to begin with. Some of them are already injured, as you can see. Got a nice Christmas tree looking red and green. Taking out one SCV, taking out a Marine, going for the other Marine, trying to get the siege tank. No, he's not going to get it. Stutter stepping back, running away. That medevac healing up a storm, taking out tons of SCCs, bring up the income tab. Down to 13 harvesters. stRElok has an additional command center, can produce SCVs twice as fast, and he is losing in the SCV battle by 13. 2 Hellions coming in to just make that advantage even worse. Oh, they got 3 Hellions with that flame shot. Those shots is too much, down to 13 SCVs, even after he's producing more. 27 to 10. That is not good at all. He's going to have to be working off the back of these mules, and here we go. Select throwing down that expansion in a commanding position right now. Getting combat shields. Definitely seeing a lot more Marines in Terran vs. Terran. This is very interesting from that original siege tanks kill your Marines in one shot, so don't build them mentality there used to be. Hellions watching that watchtower, making sure it stays lit up, repairing his tanks. He knows he's lost so many SCVs. He needs to make the units he does have last as long as possible. Viking in a perfect position. I wonder if that was coincidental, if that was precognitive. If that's the right word, I hope it is. Taking a look, got a nice little spread on his supply depots, just making sure nothing can get back there. Transferring SCVs, still not getting any kind of concussive shell, not moving into Marauders, sticking primarily with Marines. Stop producing Hellions. Here we go, another Marine drop on their way. Hellion, barracks, more Vikings being created. He's going a very Viking-heavy army. Here we go. He's passing that dropship, just doesn't even cross paths. He almost got extremely lucky. He's going to run into that one Viking right here, and that Viking is as good as dead. He's going to get all the scouting information he wants, because it doesn't look like SeleCT has any kind of anti-air right now in his base, except for 2 Marines. Viking's going to know what's going on. Dropship just kind of chilling, not moving in. Finally, the dropship is about to move in, and oh, here we go. Hellion Marine drop in the back. Got to get a couple more SCVs, keeping that income tab up. Still 36 to 24, getting a couple kills, but not too many. Actually getting 0 kills. I apologize. This was, I imagine, just a fake drop, lining up for this big drop right here. These Marines are going to do terrible, terrible damage. Are they going to try and snipe that command center? Wow. Not normally going to see something like Marines trying to snipe a command center, but you never know what can happen, so you might as well keep going at it. Command center almost dead. Vikings finally coming into the mix to take down this medevac. Command center is on fire, and these Marines going to get it. No, the Marines are deciding to... running right into the siege tanks. Siege tanks came and hit the Marines, forced them to unsiege, and finally finish off those Marines. stRElok is trying to hold on for dear life, bringing up the army tab, 70 to 49. This is not looking good for stRElok at all. Jumping to SeleCT, he's got his base in full operation, almost saturated in both fronts, bringing up the economy tab, 1100 to 720, not where stRElok wants to be, especially because he was the one who made the first expansion. He was hoping to reap the benefits of an early macro advantage. Not going to be the case this game. 2 Hellions just watching that watchtower work, and this thing is still burning, but he does have 1 SCV repairing. I was about to say, what is he doing? That thing needs repairing. Taking a closer look, still opting to go mostly Marines with a couple Vikings to back him up. He needs those Vikings to protect his medevacs from stRElok's Vikings, which are on the move, getting all the scout he can. Jumping back, adding on barracks. Looks like this Marine kind of composition is very, very popular in the TVT matchup, and finally getting stim. Very late for stim. This could have turned out to be huge if he would have had stim earlier to help his Marines just a little bit more. Vikings taking on the Vikings. Look at the way he's single targeting the Vikings, just dominating the air. A little bit of mismicro by stRElok. Here we go. SeleCT coming in with another drop of Marines. Is this going to be the dagger that ends the game? Because it doesn't look like... Oh, no, he does have 3 siege tanks. This game might keep going, but he's going to run right by his units. And now, look, his units are stuck up here. They're going to have to wrap around and get to his expansion. Is he going to drop? Yes, dropping at the expansion. Marines be dropped off one at a time. Look at the mules running away for their dear lives. Going to get a couple more SCVs. The economy tab 50 to 33. Bringing back up the production tab. Should have had it open. And it looks like, yes, mouzStrelok has good gamed out. SeleCT's harassment has just been too much multitasking for stRElok to keep up with. Very nice play by SeleCT. SeleCT is moving on to the finals, and I'm going to go cast the second matchup of the semifinals. I hope you enjoyed. This was Tizzou.